If you're visiting Milford Sound soon and you're a first timer, you're going to want to watch this video. Hi, I'm Toby, owner and guide here at Luxe Tours. We're a family owned premium small group tour operator to Milford Sound here in the beautiful Fiordland. If you're visiting for the first time, there are a few mistakes that we see that come up time and time again. Most of them aren't major, but they do impact the day, whether that's feeling rushed, missing key parts of the experience, or just unnecessary stress. So in this video, I'm going to run through the top 10 mistakes that new visitors make and how to avoid them. First one, not booking a cruise. You can drive all the way to Milford Sound and just walk around the foreshore, but you're only seeing a tiny part of it. The fjord itself stretches out for 15.5 kilometres, and the cliffs, waterfalls and wildlife are absolutely all best seen from the water. So if you're making all the effort to get to Milford Sound, a cruise is pretty essential. Underestimating the drive time. If you type the directions into Google Maps, it doesn't look too bad. Around 2 hours from Te Anau, 4 hours from Queenstown. But importantly, that's without stopping. Realistically, you want to allow at least 3 hours from Te Anau and 5 hours from Queenstown. Otherwise, you end up rushing, or worse, stressing about your cruise. We would always recommend adding an extra 30 to 50% on top of what Google tells you. Thinking it's an easy drive. The Milford Road itself catches people off guard. The road to Milford Sound is narrow, winding and full of blind corners. And conditions can change depending on the season. Ice in winter, traffic in summer. It's not dangerous if you take your time, and it's completely doable, but it's definitely not a casual or easy drive either. This is something to bear in mind, and definitely something we often hear from visitors who underestimated what the drive would be like. Not planning your parking. Parking at Milford Sound is another thing that some don't think about. The main paid car park is about a 10-minute walk from the cruise terminal. And of course, you need to allow that time before your cruise check-in. There is another option at a place called Deepwater Basin, which is free, but this is around a 30-minute walk to the cruise terminal and does fill up quickly. This is one of those small niggly things that can throw off your timing if you haven't planned for it. Make sure to research your parking options before your trip and have a plan in mind. Not booking ahead. A lot of people may say that you can just show up to Milford Sound and book a cruise on the day. Sometimes you can, but in peak season, cruises and tours sell out weeks in advance. If you know what dates you're planning to visit Milford Sound, especially if it's in our New Zealand summer, we would recommend booking in advance so you secure the tour operator and the date that you want. Not stocking up in Te Anau. Te Anau is your last proper stop before Milford Sound. This is the town with several supermarket, restaurant and fuel options. There are no fuel stations after you leave Te Anau, and very limited food options once you arrive in Milford Sound. So fill up your tank in Te Anau, grab any snacks or food you'll need in the day, and also be sure to stock up on water or bring a reusable drink bottle. Cancelling because of rain. This one is a big misconception. People often see rain in the forecast and think that it's a bad day to go and see Milford Sound. But Milford Sound is actually at its best during the rain. You get hundreds if not thousands of waterfalls flowing down the cliffs, way more than you'll see on a clear day. Please don't cancel because it's wet. We promise you, this place comes alive on a rainy day. Not researching tour options. Not all tours are the same. You've got large group tours, which are faster and more budget friendly, and then you've got small group tours such as ourselves, Luxe Tours, which are slower paced with more stops and more personable. Neither is better, it just depends on you as the traveller and what type of day you want. But if you don't research it beforehand, you can end up on something that doesn't quite match your expectations. Visiting Milford Sound is a once in a lifetime trip for most, so you need to select the tour that works best for you. Not bringing the right gear. The weather in Fiordland changes quickly, so even if you think it looks fine before you leave Te Anau or Queenstown, the weather can turn pretty fast. At minimum, bring a waterproof jacket, comfortable walking shoes, and lots of layers. That alone will make a big difference to how comfortable your day is. Last one. Thinking Milford Sound is the only attraction. The road from Te Anau to Milford Sound is one of the most scenic within New Zealand and possibly anywhere in the world. So the journey is often as spectacular as the destination. Places alongside the Milford Road such as Eglinton Valley, Mirror Lakes, Monkey Creek, Clethai Valley are absolutely worth stopping for. If you just drive straight through to Milford Sound, you're missing a very big part of what makes this trip so good. So there you have it. Most of these mistakes come down to one thing, underestimating the day. It's a bit longer, a bit more remote, and needs a bit more planning than people expect. But it's actually really straightforward if you do the research, and it is absolutely well worth the effort. Happy planning, we hope to see you in Milford Sound soon.